Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, a podcast about everything bourbon, brought to you 7 days a week and sometimes more than once per day. Today we have a special mobile edition of the Bourbon Daily. We're on site in Afton, Virginia at Silverback Distillery with Master Distiller Christine Riggleman for the special release of the Christine Riggleman Reserve. My name is Jeremy Schell. Let's start the show. Christine, it's great to see you.
Good to see you, Jeremy.
So this is kind of a special day. What exactly is going on? Because there's some people lined up out front already.
Yeah. So we decided to shake things up a little bit, and we did a Christine Riggleman Reserve. The holiday, another one. So, and it's a holiday weekend, which we've never done before.
Okay.
But also,
so you've never done anything small.
No, right. So, but we did something different today. Instead of just one batch, we're doing 2 batches back to back. Because last time we did a reserve release, we sold out in less than 2 hours. And we had some people that drive several states away and were a little upset because they didn't get any.
You mean like someone might drive from Kentucky to here for a release?
Yeah, maybe. I might know some people that would do that.
Yeah. So this is like, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but for some they might call this their birthday bourbon.
Oh, I might know a few that would do that. I wonder who.
So as we're doing this is actually my birthday, and I feel like you actually really did this for me. So
yeah,
I appreciate that.
I did. Happy birthday.
So you've got 2 different releases. Now your first 3, I mean, you came out of the gate strong with your first one. Mm-hmm. The first release of the Christine you did really was actually the first bourbon by a female master distiller with her name on it.
Yes, we did our research, and our lawyers did the research. We could not find that there was any. And I like to say I'm the only one that we know of that's in existence that came out with as a first female master distiller with her name on the bottle.
Nice. Now that one, I tried it. I thought it was fabulous.
Thank you.
You sent out around to a number of different events, festivals, judging things, and you had a little bit of positive feedback from it.
A little bit, yeah. We were really surprised. We were at the NOLA Bourbon Festival, and I mean, I thought it was great, but I was hoping for the best, but like I'm looking across the table and out of the walkway, and there's Jimmy Ross. So it's like, wow, okay, maybe I'll get honorable mention, and we won Best Bourbon at the Bourbon Fest, and I looked over at him, he sort of gave me like a nod, like hats off to you, so it was pretty cool.
Well, congratulations, it was definitely well deserved, it was fabulous. Then you had 2 and 3, which were also very, very good. Now we've got 4 and 5. Yes. So first of all, let's kind of talk about what can most people expect from the flavor profile from your bourbons, and more specifically, what are these 2 like?
Yeah, so with these, we have a 5-year on both of them. Okay. So we went a little bit older, and then I did the proofs close to each other, but they're a little bit different. The same batches of bourbon can be in different parts of the rick house, and they can taste completely different. So they have a bit of, we like to say batch 4 is a little bit savory, and batch 5 is a little bit sweeter. So that's what you can expect out of them. And we did the proof, I went a little bit higher than the last couple batches so that the people that like it closer to barrel strength, will be happy with this, and they can always water it down if they want to.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, it'll be time for more with Christine Riggleman. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and I'm excited to announce a brand new partnership with Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Many of you have perhaps heard of Leatherwood via our co-host on the Bourbon Daily, Kaylee Baker, who works there. Well, they're now an official sponsor of the network, and we look forward to everyone getting to know a little bit more about them. Company founder Andrew Lang brought his brewing and distilling hobby with him during his years of service as a Green Beret in the United States Army. Whether he was at his home base of Fort Campbell or during tours of duty in places like Italy or Afghanistan, Lang distilled whatever was available to him locally. We are excited about getting to know Andrew Lang and his team better via our programming and are planning a trip down there for the ABV Network crew very soon. In the meantime, check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com, where they will ship bottles directly to you, including their special Remembering 9/11 series, which is raising money for military charities. Seriously, get out there, buy some bottles, help a good cause, and let us know what you think. We're really excited about this partnership. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Danny Kennard, and I'm recording on the ABV Network.
Welcome back. We are here in Afton, Virginia at Silverback Distillery with the wonderful, the marvelous, and the beautiful Christine Riggleman.
Right. Now, obviously, as people are listening to this, they're salivating already. They wish they could get their hands on these. More than likely, they're all going to sell out today.
Hopefully.
But this is something you're producing quite a bit of it. So
Yes.
you've got plans for more of this in the future. Plus, you've got your regular bourbon on the shelf.
Yes, we do. So we hope to release at least 2 batches a year of this. I don't know if I'll be able to do a double batch each time, but basically this is me going through my favorite place here is my rick house and going through and hand picking each reserve release that we do. And so it's just my favorite picks that I find in the barrel barn that I want to release at a different proof and play with it a little bit with, where we release it and how old it is.
So Lauren, other people know her as Baby Hooch,
Yes.
is your other master distiller here.
Yes.
You guys truly are the only mother-daughter distilling team in the country.
In the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the world.
We have done research. We are encouraging other mother-daughters to get up and do this, but we're the only ones that actually both are master distillers and both distill. Yeah. So there's a lot of mother-daughter teams that we're like, yes, that's awesome. But we're the only mother-daughter master distiller team. So.
Now, Lauren was talking about both these batches earlier, and she was walking through your staff, which I got to tell you, watching your team prep for today, these people are workhorses. They are really kind of going at it, getting everything ready for today. You're expecting a huge crowd, but as she was walking through this, she was describing 4 as sort of your dinner bourbon, with 5 being a dessert. I tried them both, and she nailed it.
Yeah, good.
She absolutely nailed it. So I was really impressed.
Keep her job then.
She can keep it for today, well, at least through the early afternoon. Yeah. But for you, you've got your family. This is a family business.
Yes,
Your-
very
your-
much so.
Your kids,
All of
Lauren's
my
involved.
daughters work.
Everybody's involved. Like it or not, they're all involved.
Yes, yes.
But for you to sit back and see your kids this actively involved, what is that? How does that make you feel?
It just makes my heart swell with just joy. I just looking back and I work with them every day, but I tried to take a couple steps back and watch them with our employees, with the customers, and I couldn't be prouder. Yeah. And I'm already taking my grandbabies that are 1.5 and walking them through the fermentation process, explaining how to distill and stuff. Just
and they're
just
following
in case,
along. Yeah.
just in case they want to be a third generation.
They're enjoying the grains. They like their Cheerios. They see how it all sort of connects the dots.
Yeah, we're just providing a legacy.
And ordinarily we say in Kentucky a little bourbon on the gums is nice, but apparently that works in a lot of places.
Oh my God. I love that. I'm going to have to use that one.
Okay, so it's easy to talk about bourbon. We love bourbon on our show. You've got other products, so maybe for real quick, give us a real rundown of your full portfolio just so people can know what all's going on here.
Yeah, so this year, me and Lauren, we expanded our resume, and we are now blenders. We actually took some industry select barrels that we chose and we blended it with ours to try to help our supply last a little bit longer and to also change it up a little bit because so many people are making so many amazing products out there, and I wanted to be able to blend and mix them and see what I could come up with ours, and I love it. We batch 1 we thought would last 3, 4, 5 months. It lasted less than 2.
This is your 4-grain?
Yes, the 4-grain bourbon. And then we just blended batch 2, and everybody loves it even more than batch 1. So, and I tell them, each batch is different. We're not saving bottles, so if you want it, you've got to do it. Each batch is going to be different and unique. So all of you out there that like to collect them, get each batch.
So you've got your rye, you've got your honey rye, you've got your 4-grain. You've obviously got your gin and your vodka, but you've got a really interesting wheated whiskey.
We do. So that was a R&D batch that we had done, a couple of them, and I just threw it in some barrels and said, well, we'll see where this goes. And it went to a very lovely place, and it's smiling. It's very, very happy. So we released the only batch we're going to have right now. I'm not saying I won't do it again. I have to see what the response is. I want to make my customers happy. So if they want this again, I probably will do it again. But we have 750 milliliters, and we only have that batch.
Well, you have a few less because I think I'm taking some home.
I hope so. I hope so. But we'll be releasing an alpha series of it in the 375s in February at Barrel Strength. Awesome. So, and oh my gosh, that's it's so good. And so if we get a positive response, we definitely will do more batches. I think we can talk Lauren into doing it.
Well, Christine, I know you've got a busy day. People are already coming in.
Yeah.
I think they're looking for you to put your Jane Hancock on some bottles.
Yeah, and Baby Hooch just walked in.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Lauren. Well, if people want to follow the journey and they want to learn more about Silverback and you and Lauren, where can they find you?
That is perfect timing for Lauren.
My entrance. You can find us on Instagram at Silverback Distillery and Silverback Distillery Poconos, or check out our website, sbdistillery.com.
And if you're looking to follow Christine, it's Hooch Mama.
Hooch Mama Distiller on Instagram. Yeah, and
then
then the
Lauren
Silverback pages. And
Lauren is Baby Hooch.
Baby Hooch.
Baby Hooch.
Which we've joked that now that she has, she's a professor, we might need to change that.
Dr. Baby Hooch.
So you guys can send us suggestions.
Dr. Baby Hooch. I like that.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. Good luck. Look forward to seeing the crowd and have a great time.
Thank you for sharing your birthday with us.
Thanks
who else would do this for you?
Now, see, most people will go line up at a distillery and wait overnight for it.
Yeah.
I came and slept on your couch.
You did. You had a reservation and everything. Did you have A or B section?
I think I had the B section. I'm always, yeah. We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
If you're looking to follow me, you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Jeremy Shell. You can also find me, Steve Akeley, and Renee Howe several times each month over on one of the sister shows of the ABV Network, The Bourbon Show. Don't forget, if you love what we're doing here, please give us a 5-star review and include comments. We want to hear what you enjoy as well as what you'd like to hear next. This helps new people find the show and helps guide us in bringing you more quality entertainment. If you really want to show your support and share more of the behind-the-scenes content of the ABV Network, visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network. That's all for this On the Street edition of the Bourbon Daily. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show. We'll talk with you then. Peace.
Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.